Hi guys, this is Malay. This is the Reverse Sweep podcast. Welcome back again. We are back after the India versus Sri Lanka ODI series, three-match series. India winning 2-1. We've got Darshil, we've got Ameya, and we've got Ishwar with us. So hi guys, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Still recovering from yesterday's fielding lapses.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly review what happened in the three ODIs and then preview the T20s as well. So सबसे पहले let's look at our batting and let's look at India and let's look at what we gained from the series. Of course, a good win, 2-1 win. But let's first go to Darshil and ask Darshil, what do you think? What did India gain apart from obviously knowing that Sanju Samson and Manish Pandey are not going to make it?
Yeah, so I think the biggest gains for India would definitely be Surya Kumar Yadav. I think for me personally, his presence was the equivalent of how we feel when Kohli is there. You know, like we are kind of assured in a way. It's because it's not a World Cup knockout. At least it's a bilateral, so we know that Sky is going to score the same way that Kohli does. Shaw's form was a positive. Definitely, it's a good thing to have. It's a good opener. We can, especially for the shorter formats. If he gets the starts that he got in the ODIs, ideally for an ODI, I would have liked him to carry on a bit longer. But from the T20 World Cup perspective, I think he's a good opener to have at the start. He can, give us those starts and kind of do some real damage at the top. Yeah, I think Dhawan, we didn't really make a strong case for himself. And yeah, I mean, definitely we realized that Sanju Samson should not be in the team for sure. Even
just got one chance though, and once again got a start
and keeping as well. So
that's
as a purely wicket keeper batsman, definitely no. If you want to just play him as a batsman, you can try that out. But his wicket keeping was so horrible yesterday. Like he missed some real easy stumping chances, and these are the things that could have won us the match. We lost to a C-grade Sri Lankan team. Even though it was our C-grade side, I still felt bad that we lost so badly. But yeah, I think that's about it for me.
Right, Ishwar?
Yeah. So what I thought was in the series, the way we played was really good. In the first match, how we dominated, and then how Sri Lanka came back. I actually want to talk about Sri Lanka also here, because the team they had, they even missed their regular captain for the entire series, and still they gave us a real tight competition is what I would say. Even the second and third ODI were really closely fought. And when it comes to India, as Darshil already mentioned, biggest positive has to be Surya Kumar Yadav, because of the T20 World Cup coming up right now. Surya Kumar Yadav needs to be in prime form for us.
Yeah, but they're not giving him the
also
three T20s.
One worry I have, obviously he will play throughout.
No, but he's been called to England, no?
Yeah, right now he will go back to England. Yeah, so it's okay. See,
4D thinking by Kohli and Shastri. 4D
was all T20. I think the way we have been playing, it was all like more or less like the way which Mr. our host Malay likes. It's like how how
England team
is meant to be played according to him.
Yeah.
There was not one single guy with a strike rate of less than 100, whoever batted in the top 3 or top 4. So this is something which was very refreshing to see. But one worry I had throughout the series was Hardik Pandya. I really thought he would find his groove in this series. And it is really important that he comes back to form as quickly as possible for India, because he gives that balance in both the departments and is an excellent fielder too. So I hope he just comes back really soon.
Even if he doesn't come back, I hope he doesn't emulate Ali from whom to ever again while playing a series. That was such a horrible headband wala look. Let's.
Yeah.
Ameya,
so
what did India gain, Ameya, out of this series in the batting department?
I'll add to that, but adding to Darshil's point, the first ODI when I saw Hardik Pandya wearing that headband, I was like, no. Because that reminded me of a legendary Indian bowler.
And, why Dinda School of Academy?
So, but then having said that, let's talk about the positives. I think let's go match by match. Prithvi Shaw did a wonderful job in the first match. I loved how Ishan Kishan batted in the first ODI only.
Yeah.
Dhawan played a good anchoring innings when he saw the other two were. He did not go for his runs. He could have done that. We know he's capable of doing that. Played a very sensible innings. very disappointed with Manish Pandey because I don't think he would have gotten any better chance to cement his place. And
Yeah.
it's been said over and over again. Uh, Sky, I think he is making his case strong for permanent number 3 in the T20 side at least. With Kohli talking about opening with Sharma, just imagine the battle lineup, right? Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Sky, Punch. So, I mean, very, very excited to see how that turns out for India. And I'll talk about two disappointments from the batting point of view. One, I think Ishwar did touch upon was Hardik Pandya, could not score runs. I mean, I really wanted him to come back to form because it's very crucial. And second, I thought maybe it was a little unfair with Nitish Rana, but even he couldn't come up. He was in a really good form in IPL in the first half of it, but
Hmm.
did not bat at his usual batting order. Didn't see the. I mean, he wasn't carefree. He was very watchful, and that cost him his wicket. He wasn't playing his natural game. So yeah, that's about
Yeah,
it from the batting.
yeah. I think this was a series where सबके पास lose करने को ज़्यादा था rather than gain. And I think someone who's lost the most is definitely Manish Pandey. Three chances with all three in a situation where he had a good amount of time to bat, and uh, in the first match, he had a chance to stay not out on a 30, 35, whatever. And then what, he got 70 odd runs in 3 innings. So I think he's definitely lost the most. And I think what we have seen of Surya Kumar is probably is ready. To move into the Indian side now, and the way he batted and the way he was,
Swagger.
I mean, yeah, the swagger he has, and I think, yeah, that's what Ishwar said. I genuinely think that's how cricket, at least limited overs cricket, should be played now. And one interesting thing was, so Surya Kumar Yadav and Prithvi Shaw, since 2019, they have a strike rate of over 140 in list A cricket. So from that, so they've been doing this for like almost 2 or 3 years now, and it was great to see. I mean, it was amazing to see. It backfired a bit, you can say, maybe in the third ODI, and to some extent in the second ODI as well, but I still felt that this was very entertaining. Chalo, let's move on to the Sri Lankan side. Of course, I mean, so many new names, so many we used to seeing some tough games in Sri Lanka, to be honest. Matlab,
Yeah.
at least when I was growing up, Colombo में तो
Jay Surya
हाँ,
used
Jay
to
Surya,
crash us
Sangakkara,
everywhere.
Jay Vardhane, but
Dilshan.
I was very impressed by Avishka Fernando. I was very impressed by him in the World Cup as well. I think he got 100 against West Indies, the game that Sri Lanka won. I think Nicholas Puran also got 100 in that game. So he was very, very impressive. So your thoughts about how did Sri Lanka and what did their batting gain? So we'll start with Amaya this time.
Yeah, I think Avishka was very consistent for them. He did a pretty good job, and there are a lot of new names. I think a lot of the top order was under pressure from a very long time,
Yeah.
and for Avishka to be able to do that, he scored pretty good runs. I think he has
Yeah,
250s or
he was
150.
the leading scorer in the
Leading scorer
Leading
of
tournament.
the
scorer in
series.
Yeah,
the series. Yeah, yeah.
159 runs in
So
3 games. Yeah.
that's pretty impressive. That's making a
Hmm.
very good, strong case for them. And once they have that, I mean, even if you look at the Sri Lankan teams from the past, they have these two or three players who sort of take them forward, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Who make the coach. So I think Avishka is becoming one of them. They need to find a few more, and then probably they can get back to the strong batting power is that they were. And yeah, I think apart from that, no noteworthy performance. I
Yeah, yeah.
think this player called Aslanka,
Asalanka, exactly.
Asalanka
yeah,
was decent.
he was
Yeah,
decent in
even
the second
Karuna
ODI, I
Ratne
guess.
down the order
The last
was
ODI,
giving
sorry.
It was
them
decent.
some good last stage, but yeah, mostly nothing much to add on a Sri Lankan point of view.
No, I was
Yeah.
disappointed with
Dude.
Dhananjay De Silva though. Like was the most recognizable name. He is supposed to be one of their batting potential like
Hmm.
long stays, and it
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
good series for him. He could have even it was not the most experienced Indian lineup, and I don't think except for 30 odd in the first game, he did not have a great outing. And like he's one of the senior members of the
He's
side, so I think that
experienced.
this is
And
a miss
one
for
more
him.
thing is, he's the only one in the top bracket contract list of Sri Lanka cricket.
Yep,
Dhananjay
which
De Silva,
adds to their
only
controversy
guy.
Sri Lanka is having. Exactly.
And
Yeah, even
Yeah,
their contract
and
system is very weird, by the way, since Ishwar brought it up. They have series to series contracts. So you don't know if you're playing this series, will you get a contract for the next series also? So they don't have a
Wow.
time-based contract. It's a very weird situation. But I was impressed, to be honest, by Sri Lanka. I was not expecting them to put a fight. They actually put up a fight in all three games. If you look at it, 260 was a good score. But obviously Shaw just blew them away in that game. Then they got a very good score. They got themselves into an amazing position. Should have probably won the second game, and then they actually won the third game, even though they like huffed and puffed towards the end. But chalo, let's move on
I think
to
third game, just to add that one, I think third game India lost more to do with our goof ups. I mean, no, forget
Hmm.
the 63 for 7 collapse. 223 was going to be hard for them. We were lax in field. We dropped catches. We did not stop easy
Stumping
singles. We missed
chances.
2 to 3 stumpings. So, and these were all like early on in the innings. All of these, if even if we were going to half of them, Sri Lanka would have been under serious pressure. So I think the problem probably was that because maybe the message that went out was that let's go and everyone wants to have a game, right?
Hmm.
So Dravid's
Five
philosophy that he doesn't
debutants.
want anyone to come back. Yeah.
no,
So
but in
that kind
Sri
of
Lanka,
showed.
yeah, but in Sri Lanka, there's one more player who we missed. I think it was Akila Dhananjay. Even though he played just one match, I
The
think he
last
came
game,
back really well
Oh
he
after
made
yeah,
a
last
lot
game
of
he was
difference.
pretty
first
good.
over
He
against
made a lot
Gavaskar.
of
Yeah.
I think
difference. Yeah.
he came back really well. Yeah, actually, he was the main difference.
Even
to
even
uphold the
who was
series.
that left arm spinner? Hasit Rangan,
Praveen
right? No,
Jayavikrama.
no. The second ODI. So who picked
Hasaranga.
up
Are you talking about
the
Sandakan?
Hasaranga, na
Sandakan.
Hasaranga.
Hasaranga,
Ha.
one into Hasaranga.
Wahindu
Hasaranga
Sandakan
is
Hasaranga.
was
right mid, right? He's a right arm
Sandakan
leg
was
spinner.
taken to the cleaners. Yeah, Sandakan was
Yeah.
taken to the cleaners.
Hasaranga was right
Hasaranga was
arm.
the
Left
one
arm
who got the.
Sandakanta, right arm was
Yeah.
Hasaranga. Great.
He was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
He
Hasaranga
was
was
very
good
Sri
good.
again.
Lanka always
Hasaranga.
had good spinners, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I
how
think
it is.
Amaya
And
was
then
spot on there. They actually have always had like 3 or 4 core players, 2 on 3 in batting and bowling, like Dilshan, Jayawardene, Sangakkara in batting. What used to be when they used to make the finals almost every World Cup, and then they had
bowling and Malinga Harat.
Malinga and Muralidharan and Vas before that. So,
There
but
was
I think
vast before that.
they're missing that. But hopefully they come back. I was happy for them, to be honest. I felt it could have been embarrassing after the first ODI, the way we just demolished the target that they had put. But happy for them that they actually put up a pretty good fight. Chalo, let's move on to the bowling then. Obviously, first let's talk about Kulcha. They were given a chance. They were given a decent run out. 2 games. So, what do you make of it? Kuldeep Yadav, 2 wickets in 2 games, bowled around full quota almost all the time, averaged 51. So, first let's talk about Kuldeep.
I
What
think
is going
let's
on?
let Darshil go first on this. He is a
No, yeah, I mean, I
Darshil, why
was a
don't
big
you go first?
Kulcha fan. I wanted them to do well. I said in
Hmm.
the pre-series podcast also. And to be honest, the first ODI they did, Kuldeep could have done better, definitely. But I think Kuldeep is more of a confidence player. I mean, we saw that in the first ODI
Yeah,
after
but
he got
the
that
problem
wicket.
with confidence is that it has been far too
Kab
long. We
tak,
are waiting
हाँ.
for the confidence to come
I
back
know,
now.
he's not. So, usko probably what there's a brilliant analysis that what is happening with Kuldeep now is that because we want him to do well and we take him on all these scores and then over there he doesn't play because he is not doing well. We kind of keep him in the setup so that let's say if we play a 3-match series and then we win 2, we give a run 1 match to Kuldeep. I don't think that will help him. I think what we need to do is we need to release him from the main team that he goes and plays a consistent run of games in the first class cricket. Like he
Hmm.
plays. He needs rhythm. You cannot get rhythm in 1 match every tour you play and you're traveling with the squad. I don't think that does yourself
Yeah.
confidence.
But I think
So
Kuldeep
probably
knows
can
that if
go
he if he
back.
if he goes back to first class cricket, he's probably never coming back. I think he's at that level of confidence right now. Looking at
No,
him
but I
bowl.
have one
Ah,
thing to add here.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think the problem with Kuldeep is confidence or his skills or anything. It's just like he's not able to change with the game, because
Hmm.
right now the game has changed. People have started playing him out. People have started attacking his loose deliveries. Previously, it was like people used to go hammer and tongs against him, and then he used to like easily get 3 to 4 wickets every game because people used to attack him. But right now, what like people are doing is they're just playing out is like him. They're just playing him out, and whenever he bowls a loose ball, they're capitalizing it fully. That is
Yeah.
why you
See,
see his
but the thing
economy
is the
on the higher
modern.
side and very less wickets. So
But
he
the
has
point
to
is,
adapt.
if
That is the only thing.
I
He has to
agree,
bowl
I
little
agree,
quicker.
sir. But if you're looking at the current scenario in ODIs, I'd be happy with Kuldeep if he gives me a 2 for 50 in the middle overs. I mean, the way batsmen are attacking, if you look at them, I mean, a 2 for 50, I would rather have him pick wickets and
Yeah,
go
but
forward
that
rather
two
than
for
give me
is
a
not
spell of 0
happening,
for 30.
and
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 2-4
and
is not happening
and
very
one
frequently.
yeah, and
That's
one more thing I noticed was his pace. He's so slow.
Very slow.
Exactly.
And I feel if he's given to an English batting lineup at some Trent Bridge or something, he can go for 100 very easily, because those
Yeah.
guys will absolutely
they'll
most
They will
probably murder
conk
him.
him. Yeah,
Ha.
he might get
they'll
you a couple
smother
of
him.
wickets, but yeah,
If
he's
they if
So
still a
he
that's
good
why I think
mid-range
Chahal
batsman.
did very well. That's why.
Yeah, I
My
think,
pick is
yeah.
Chahal
Then
did very
moving on
well.
to the other part of Gulcha, Yuzvendra Chahal. So I think Chahal did himself a very good outing, 5 wickets in 2 games. But the problem was that when Rahul Chahar came in the third ODI, I was
He
so
looked more
impressed.
menacing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Rahul
every
Chahar was
time, and it
amazing.
was not just this. Even in the IPL, as a KKR fan, I have seen Rahul Chahar. I mean, we required what? 30 of 30, and then Char came in and
He
started taking
decimated you
wickets.
guys, basically.
Yeah, so when he comes in and the way he balls, he looks like he's going to take a wicket almost every other ball. Matlab, he took 3 yesterday, of course, and then uske baad there were a couple of edges that didn't go to hand, playing and missing and all that. He looked,
Stumpings, 2 stumpings missed.
wo to,
Prithvi Shaw, catch drop.
Fish Shaw scratched up. So he was amazing. So let's talk about the leg spinners then. We'll start with Darshil. Chahal obviously amazing,
So
but yeah, Rahul Chahar is something, right?
yeah, definitely. I mean, yesterday's game, I was actually happy that Dhawan brought him on early, but kind of pissed that he took him off. I think Chahar should have pulled out straight.
Hmm.
He would have definitely run through the lineup. That's what I feel, the way he was turning the ball. So what I think between Chahar and Chahal, I think the call will come down. I think both of them will get on. It's going to be hard for one of them to nail down a place because the other one is doing well. So if one of them has one bad day, I think that's what the thing is. I personally feel that India should start with Chahar because Chahar is a bit more unknown quantity in terms of how internationals have kind of played him. He's still got that not mystery, but he's like still people don't like Chahal's variations are well known. You've got enough data to analyze him. Chahar, you only have IPL data, right? So Chahar
Yep.
will give that. But it's good to have both of them in form. It's nice that India will have one good leg spinner going in.
Yeah, I think Ishwar, your mic is on and something is. Anyway, chalo, let's move on to Amey. So what do you make of the situation? Who is India's
So
leading
I'll
leg spinner
start
for
with
you?
Chahal. I'll start with UZ. So just like Kuldeep, I feel he was under tremendous pressure after IPL. He had an horrendous IPL. I mean, I don't think he has had a worse IPL in years. From the time he started playing, he did not get wickets. From that to be able to come back and do well, I think first of all credits to that. But as everybody is saying,
Wicket of the first
when
ball.
wicket of the first ball, you can't start a series better to gain confidence. And secondly, having said that, Rahul Chahar, when he comes and he throws the ball, it spins like I haven't seen an Indian spinner
Yeah,
spinning it like that in a very long time. I
yeah.
mean, I don't think I have ever seen anyone spinning that. So I guess Chahal, uh, the amount of matches that he's played for India, that is the experience he brings in. But Rahul Chahar has that unknown factor. You don't know what he'll do with the ball. The opponents don't know as well. So it's a very tough call. But I mean, as all the captains always say, this is a good headache to have. So if I was asked to choose, I'd probably go for UZ for his sheer experience in an important tournament because
Yeah.
let's not forget it can sometimes bring a lot of pressure with it. But yeah, not taking away anything from Rahul Chahar, I think he looks very promising.
Yeah,
Chahar
he
brothers
was
are doing something for their reputation, I guess.
Chahar
No, but
cousins.
for me,
Chahar
I would
The
cousins.
personally
Pandya bros
suggest that.
जितना खराब कर रहे हो उतना ही Chahar उतना अच्छा कर रहा है.
नहीं.
Ah.
I would personally suggest that India should move to Chacha formula rather than Kulcha. Chahar and Chahal, both. It would be very good.
And two leggies, I
As
don't
a
know if
T20.
Kohli is going
It
to
would
do
be
that.
a little one-dimensional, but as we saw, Rahul Chahar is a very quick bowler. He's not someone who's slow. So you have
And he
Chahal, who's
turns
very
that
clever.
pace. It's very
The
tough.
problem with having
Exactly.
Chacha is
So
that even our bowling spinning all rounder is Jadeja who takes the ball away. There
I
is no
was
one who
just
brings the
going to
ball
say
back
that
in.
he spins in same way.
Uh,
It's
yeah.
and there's also Varun Chakravarti, who we have not tried yet. So
Yeah.
there is another Cha there. So let's see what happens, what we offer.
Chalo, moving on to disappointments. I think I was pretty disappointed with Bhuvi. I don't know what you guys made of it. He got 3 wickets, but he was taken for runs. It was not a good outing for him. So I think we've sort of found with this, as I said, there was more to lose than to gain for someone like Bhuvneshwar, someone like Manish Pandey, because even if Bhuvneshwar had ended up with 5, 6 wickets, it would have still been okay. This was just Sri Lanka. But now that he hasn't, it has become okay even
And his
against Sri
economy
Lanka.
is a concern, man. His
हाँ, he
economy.
was taken for runs in both games, and even death bowling दोनों ही time पे the death bowling was poor. So let's talk about a bit about Bhuvneshwar. We'll start with Ishwar.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Bhuvi personally, see, I love Bhuvi personally, man, but I
Hmm.
feel that he has lost his X factor or that zing after his injury. It's been so long
Hmm.
since I've seen him swing a new ball. If he loses that, I don't think he has anything much to offer with the ball uh, for Team India. So I really hope that he really finds his old swing back rather than this his, all these new variations he's bowling, because these are really not suiting him. And even a team like Sri Lanka would easily score like 6 to 7 runs off him easily without any risk. So
I know.
imagine what a team like England would do, or a team like West Indies would do. A batsman like Kyron Pollard or an Evan Lewis, what would he do to Bhuvi bowling 125?
Yeah,
So
his pace
this is not
was
something which is,
शाहिद
I
अफरीदी
really,
pace.
शाहिद अफरीदी से compete
हाँ,
कर रहा था pace.
126, 120, 130 max was आज के क्रिकेट में तो मतलब I mean I don't
Slow
know.
there was
left
no
उसको slow
fizz.
right arm बोलना चाहिए. It's
That
not
was the
even
most
like
worrying
medium
factor.
pace.
See, I don't care if it didn't take many wickets, but he bowled well. No, he did not bowl well. That is the thing. There was no fizz in his bowling. So
Yeah.
I really hope that he finds it back soon. Same, it was the same with Hardik Pandya as well. And Hardik Pandya, though, he was bowling at
Hardik Pandya
115,
bowls
I
115.
bouncers
think
at that
no,
mediocre
I'll tell
pace,
you.
and this time they
So
were horrible bouncers.
Yeah,
I
man, tell
think
me.
maybe there
Yeah,
was
man.
this narrative around how on Sri Lankan pitches, rather than just throwing it up, bending your back, bowl it slow, bowl your cutters, they'll give you more wickets. I think there was this narrative, which is why, I mean, to begin with, in first ODI, I was surprised that Deepak Chair and Bhuvi are both playing because they are
Yeah.
Exactly.
necessarily the similar sort of bowlers. So there was this narrative. I think the Indian team went with that. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't sit in the dugout. I wish I did, but probably why that is happening. Having said that, I have been always very bullish on Bhuvi. I think I used to think that he will be a very important player for the T20 World Cup, but let's see how it all turns out.
Yeah,
Let's hope he's not injured by
And
then.
one more player we need to talk about is Chetan Sakaria, man. Even though he played just one match,
He
he
was
looked
outstanding.
really good, is what I feel like. He
yeah.
And
did
we
what
don't have a left armer. We don't have a
exactly.
Natarajan is there,
He did
but
what
we don't have
our
a left
senior
armer.
bowler was supposed to do. He used his cutters, he used his swing, he used his bounce. This is what our main premier bowler Bhuvneshwar Kumar was supposed to do, which Chetan Sakaria did yesterday. He was the
So
only
ideally,
one
then if you
who
look,
got something out of the wicket. Chetan
so
Sakaria
if
yesterday, if we
I
actually
agree. So
observe.
if we look at from the T20 perspective, I think
Hmm.
we still don't know who will be Bumrah's partner at this age, because Bhuvaneshwar at this way is not sustainable. Natarajan is coming from a long injury. Otherwise, I would have
Shami,
gladly picked Natarajan.
Shami probably.
Shami is not death specialist. He gets whacked around the ground in IPL. Kings 11 Punjab में उसका run rate इतना ज़्यादा
Tewatia
होता है.
madness against Cottrell and Shami.
Exactly.
imagine man,
Exactly.
Sharjah
So,
mein
Yeah.
our final overs are being bowled by Shami
Yeah.
and Bhuvi. Oh my god, I can't
I
imagine.
can't
so
honestly,
it's
I can't wait to see England bat in Sharjah. That is going to be the
oh.
Yeah,
most
that's true.
exciting thing I'm looking
That'll
forward
be
to
fun.
in the T20 World
England,
Cup.
Windies.
But
And I like how
Deepak Chahar
they're
made
not in
a
our group. I like
Ha
that
ha.
group though. It's Australia, England, West Indies. But anyway,
Ha.
yeah, but it was good that Deepak Chahar made a stronger case for himself. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
good
I
point.
think
It allows
quite
us to
happy
absolutely agree.
it is
bat till
coming to
8.
him as well. Yeah, but the way I think Deepak Chair gained the most out of this series along with Sky. 4 wickets in 2 games, a match-winning performance with the bat shows. I mean, I mean, you can make fun of that, but shows why MS Dhoni trusted him as a finisher at CSK. So yeah.
Dhoni, why? Dhoni
Chalo.
always.
Chalo, let's move on to the T20 series. Obviously, there is the T20s that are coming up, but what we're going to do is we're going to have a bit of a twist to the discussion. There is a lot of cricket going on. There is the 100 ball that has started. I have personally loved the two games so far. I think it's quite exciting, and I would really suggest our viewers to also check it out. And then, but there is so much cricket going on.
NBAization of cricket. This is NBAization of cricket.
Yeah, but it's needed, man. Matlab, it's so much fun. The other day I was watching this Phoenix wala game yesterday, and it's quite fun. Matlab, it's different. Anyway, moving on to my point. Looking at where we are and where so many of the other teams are, like West Indies have started hitting form. Australia probably struggling. I don't know what, but yeah, Warner and everyone was going to come back. England just won a series against Pakistan. It was a very good series
They're
as well.
beating.
And then there is New Zealand. So where is India in the T20 World Cup scenario right now in UAE? What do you think India are going to do in that World Cup? Where are we, considering we've got and what are things that we can gain out of the series that is coming in the T20 World Cup? Sorry, in the India Sri Lanka series. So we'll start with Ishwar. What do you think? What can we gain from this, and where are we right now in the whole sphere of uh, world T20 cricket, Abhi?
I think India has a really good T20 squad overall, but our playing 11 is still not clear. What is our best playing 11 for a T20 match is still not clear, is what I feel.
This
But
has
we
been a
definitely
recurring
have
theme
the
since
talent to win the cup.
2016.
That is there. We have all the variations in the bowling as well. We have all the variations in batting as well. But it all depends on the captain and the coach and who they think is right for that particular
But
match.
I
So
think
other
the
than that, you're
I
on
think
par.
the batting is lacking. Once again, I'll come back to the original point that I had. I don't think we have enough dashers that are needed in modern day cricket. I really think we have a lot of safe players in that team. Let's go on to Amaya. Amaya, what do you think? And no, sorry, you should first complete. What do you think we can gain out of this series? The three T20 eyes against Sri
Yeah,
Lanka.
basically as our captain already said that if the team management has someone in their mind, we'll be giving them more opportunities in this series. So I think Sanju Samson is one of those players who the team management is looking at very closely, because as you said we need someone who can
Oh.
change the complexion of the game. And
Hmm.
honestly, I really don't see any other batter who can come even close to him when he's in full flow in India. I
Do you
don't see
think
any
this was
other
the
batter
reason
who can come
why
close to him
Surya
when he's
batted
in
at
full flow.
5? Because India is looking at him as a number 5 option in the World Cup,
No,
and
I don't
Kohli
think
as
Surya will bat
back
at
to
number
3.
5
When
in
will
T20
people
World
But then
Cup.
realize
why?
Sanju Samson is a fraud?
Why
When?
would Surya not bat at 3 if he was going to bat at 3 for India? Why was he batting at 5 and consistently? मतलब ऐसा नहीं था कि
That was his
first.
natural role, right? Even for his state side, he bats at 5.
हाँ.
No, he
To be
bats
as
at 3 and
highlighted
4. He
in.
has said it. He has never batted this low. Surya Kumar Yadav said it. I'll bat whenever the team wants me to.
हाँ.
But for my state team, I
KKR
bat
used
at
him at
3 and 4.
6. KKR used it at 6 as a reverse sweeper. He used to come and sweep a
Ah,
few runs here and
he's
there. But MI got the best out of him, obviously, at 3. So I actually think that the communication has been Kohli sort of chickened out of that I'll open phase, and he probably is
I think
looking at
Shikhar
Surya
Dhawan
at
Then
will
5.
whose
open. I
spot is
think
he
Shikhar and
taking?
Rohit will
Whose
open.
spot is he?
I don't think we
No,
can
why?
trust
KL,
Why?
Shikhar
Why?
for
KL and
T20.
Rohit at the top, Virat at 3, maybe Pant at
No man, I
4,
think Shikhar
and
is a better choice.
Surya at
So
5.
he's taking a year spot. He's taking a
Probably,
year
Shikhar
spot
is a lefty,
basically.
probably,
right? We'll
yeah.
have that left-right combination also going, right? Shikhar.
Yeah, but
So
I
I
don't know if
think
Shikhar is going to come back
this is a
because
So
series
for
where
I
these
me,
think
guys
no,
can
no. So
come
I
together.
think we
somebody.
scale.
need
But
to
yeah,
test
let's
out.
let's
I
go to
think the
We need
Amaya.
to
other day
test
only
out Padikkal.
somebody. Okay.
Yeah, let's go to
So
Amaya.
I think
Amaya, go ahead.
somebody the other day was telling about Shikhar Dhawan stats in T20 World Cups. And they were not great. I think
Yeah,
7
it was a
matches,
bit poor.
70 runs. I understand he does very well in IPL, and I'll be very honest. I have been playing fantasy as I'm sure you guys have.
Yeah.
It took me a lot of time to trust Shikhar Dhawan again in T20s, because I think this has been happening from the IPLs in Dubai. When
Yeah.
it started in UNE, that's when he came back to form, and he has been so consistent. So I understand why Ishwar would want him there, but the past record doesn't really say that. And I think coming to Malay's two questions, the first thing about India's chances, I mean, with Kohli and ICC trophies, you just don't feel like hoping anymore. You just feel like हाँ
You
ठीक
are
है
like a semis तक तो
stuck
पहुंच
जाएंगे.
जाएंगे. We are a sure shot
फिर हारना
finalist.
ही है ठीक है मतलब you don't like giving yourself hope, so that's one. But
Hmm.
having said that, I think we have a good group. That's luck is on our side. I mean,
Yeah. Group.
surprisingly, Pakistan is
If
in
we
a
don't
group
play bad cricket.
because somebody likes revenue. So yeah, I mean, we have a good group. We have a good chance to qualify from our group, no doubt about that. But
Yeah.
after that, it's all if all our players play. I think our 11 will be very good with players like Hardik and Jaddu if they are actually at their best, right? So these
Jaddu is
people are
doing
those.
fine. It's Hardik is the
Yeah,
problem right now.
yeah,
I,
exactly.
I think I
So
know what.
I'll
Sorry, I may I complete. Hmm.
yeah. So with these two players in the middle, right? I mean, for sure, our top order will have a few very good and strong debates about who's going to make it and who's not. But I think, irrespective of whoever does, I mean, any team would want Dhawan to open for him, apart from India right now, because they don't have an option, right? We
We
have.
have
So
KL Rahul, man.
exactly.
We
India's
have
With KL
Devdutt
Rahul,
Padikkal,
world's.
we have
we
Shaw,
have
we have
BDP
Rohit.
as well. Exactly.
Ah,
So I don't think the top order is the problem. It's the middle order in the bowling. And having said that, I think the most important thing from Indian point of view in this T20 series is again Hardik Pandya's form, because let's face it, and probably Bhuvi, because in dono ke alawa, I don't see anybody else making it the 11 unless somebody really gets injured,
yeah.
right? So we'd want that these two people actually play well and they come to their best, the best that we know of them, both of them. And yeah, I think that's the most important factor from Indian point of view.
Right, right. So we've like got 4 minutes. Dashil, we'll move to you for quickly and then wrap this up. Uh, what are you looking at this T20 series, May, and what can India gain out of it?
Yeah, so ideally, like you said, Hardik's form is one. Second is probably test out Chetan Sakaria because I
Yeah,
want one left armour in the squad who is ready to be played. If it's not
yeah,
Natarajan, it has to be because you need all good teams. New Zealand has a left armour. You have Australia has a left armour. England has a left armour. They have Sam Curran. We need one
Willie
left
also.
because
I think Willie quite
you
like
need
David
one
Willie.
left
Yeah.
armour. So if not Natarajan, then it has to be Sakaria. Let's see if he's ready or not. That's one. Yeah, we can test out Devdutt Padikkal as a backup in case he's an outside chance of making it. But I think apart from that, ideally, I think these Bhuvi form, maybe not. I still feel we have good options in the right arm bowling department. I mean, Chahar is there, there's Shami. Siraj now can make a case for himself after his performances in IPL with RCB. So that way, I am not too much worried about who's going to partner Bumrah. But I would like to see if there's one left arm where we can kind of unearth or get ready. And second is hopefully Hardik Pandya comes back to form. I mean, that's crucial for us.
Cool. So I
And
think
the
yeah,
middle
that's.
order was might be solved if Virat bats at 4 instead of
But he'll
open.
not. He'll not. The only time he did,
Why?
he went into a press conference, and said, "It doesn't work for us, but we still always go back to it." So I'm pretty sure he's not going back to it. But before the next podcast, I think the one thing I need to look at personally is also how have we done in ICC tournaments after IPL, because I think it's. So there's only going to be a couple of weeks between IPL ending and the World Cup starting, and it's going to be the same place. Players are going to be fatigued, I think, and that is a concern for me. I think whenever we sort of
Injury chances.
I
yeah,
don't think the schedule is out for our matches, right? Like which day do we play whom? Is it
no,
out yet? No,
no,
right?
it's
Uh,
not.
The entire
But
schedule.
what is going to happen is we've got the IPL ends and the qualifiers begin. That's how it is.
Okay.
कि IPL का final है उसके 2 या 1 दिन बाद qualifiers of the T20 World Cup start. So I'm assuming qualifiers would last max a week. It'll be like if they have 2 games a day, maximum a week. So yeah, that is what it's going to be. So I
Around
think yeah,
8 to
that's
10 days milta rest bas.
yeah, that
उसमें.
is, and that also in a bubble in UAE continuously. So I think that might be a big issue. I think from this series, I think Sakaria is one person I'm looking out for. I hope he gets like at least 2 games. And another person I'm looking out for is again Prithvi Shaw. Because I think realistically, T20 is where he's an option right now in the Indian setup. So I think I'll be love the way he batted in the first game was really a joy to watch. So yeah, I think let's wrap it up then, guys. We're out of time, almost out of time as well. So great catching up with you guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully India wins the T20 series as well. And obviously so much good cricket going around. Every day
World
there
Cup.
is the 100 to watch. So another plug-in for the 100 in this podcast. Yes. So anything else anyone wants to say before we wrap up?
No, guys, stay safe and stay vaccinated. That's all.
Yes. So, chalo, thanks for watching, guys. Wherever you're watching, do like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah,
And
like, share, subscribe.
until next time, bye bye.
See you all. Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.
See
See
you
you
all.
all. Bye.